blows my fucking mind. I'm like, woo. But I really think too, like, they worked really hard to make me look like, I can only imagine what they have probably, like, because the guys, you gotta remember, they alter documents. They have people in the judicial system. They have cops. Now, mind you too, a lot of these people that are up against me have a lot of connections. So, for example, my father, his wife, Michelle Cooney, her son, Sean, they call my stepbrother, these people aren't my family to begin with, but I won't even give them that. But, my fake stepbrother, Sean Cooney, is a detective, and was a cop, and then turned to a detective. That's also how, my father got away with shit. He would just call him up. And now and I know he's in bad energy, because when we went to the Florida trip, it's always Florida, when we went on the Florida trip years ago, and again, during this Florida trip, he hit my brother. My father hit my brother, and I stood up to him, and I just was 18 at that time, and, you know, I yelled at him. I said, don't fucking touch him again, because he grabbed my sister's crutch and went to hit him with it, or he may have actually hit him with it, just because my brother wouldn't, like, brush his hair. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, he wouldn't brush his hair to go out into the park. And then my father left him in the hotel room by himself, like, all day long while we went to a park. And I even called him, you know, to see if he was okay multiple times. Like, I had to watch out for him all the time. And, like, I remember on the trip, too, my dad dropped a suitcase and it fell in line. I watched him literally turn and look at my brother and go, Brayden! Like, he blamed him for dropping the suitcase. I was baffled. I called him out. They don't like me because I call them out on their shit, if you haven't noticed. But I went, he didn't fucking do that. And then he got snappy with me and tried to ground me or whatever. It's ridiculous, guys. But my point is, like, I basically, like, tried to tell Sean, because they were there, I tried to tell Sean, thinking, like, oh, he's a cop, maybe he'll help, right? And I try to explain a little bit. Oh, no. That didn't go my way. So, again, I'm not just, like, spewing this stuff, guys, and just saying, like, you know, oh, I bet this person's doing that or this. Yes, some of it is, me doing educated guesses, but no, a lot of it's like I've experienced what these people are like, and I'm just putting everything together. So, and another thing too is Michelle's brother, whatever the fuck his name is, I don't know, he kept showing up on my Facebook a lot. Like, and again, I have these people blocked. Like, I have Michelle blocked. Like, I don't even look at their stuff, nothing. So, you know, when people, like, are showing up on your For You and, like, your friends you may know and stuff, they're looking at your page. Everybody knows that at this point. So, like, again, like, her family's heavily involved. You want to hear something really weird? I'm gonna try to watch how I say this. So, you know how, like, my conclusion is obviously, like, my family is heavily on both sides, mother and father. They'll take people in that are sick. On my mom's side, they'll do that. They'll take advantage of them through the church and stuff like that. I've witnessed it happen. And then two, on my father's side, like, a lot of them will manipulate people and I think take people out, in my opinion. Had a lot of weird deaths, guys. Jack had a heart attack randomly for no reason. Find that really funny. You know, my uncle, I guess he would be great uncle, my grandmother's brother, basically. I'm telling you guys, there's a lot of weird fucking shit. So, you want to hear some weird shit? You know how they all come in threes, right? Well, I'm wondering if the threes are a ritual. Again, that's all I'm going to say on that. I'm not going to go any further about my opinion on what happened. But, my brother literally was in the hospital. We pulled the plug, right? Then, literally, my sister was with her boyfriend, Josh, at the time, Deo. They were in a house together, right? And I just started thinking about all this, and who knows if it's not sped up or whatever. I'll get it out eventually. But we pulled up. My sister calls my mom and goes, oh my god, like, they found Josh's roommate or friend or whatever dead in the house from, like, I think they said it was, like, heroin overdose. They claim that they found him dead. I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say on that. I don't know. I find that really funny because then, guess who died? Literally right before the funeral. Like, the day or the night before the funeral of my brother. Michelle's mother passed away. So, I don't know. I just find that shit really fucking weird. All that shit at once. There was, like, and again, I'm not even gonna get into the weird shit that was happening in Florida and how much weird fucking shit. I think some of it obviously was God being like, you better fuck off. And just weird bunch of shit like that. And then a bunch of other shit was too, I think there's more of an explanation as to why those things may have occurred. So I'm just gonna put it that way. Again, not making any full statements until I know the truth behind everything, but just throwing those things out there for you to make your own conclusions about. I just really come to realize, and these are based on things that I know for a fact, based on what I have facts on and what's been done to me, these people are way more evil than I ever could have fucking imagined. And I guess it was just because that's all I've ever known. Like, that's all I've ever grown up with, around, you know, and the only type of love I've ever had in my life, like, I really never had any. And I just didn't understand how evil, in my opinion, these fucking people really are. Like, holy shit. And I don't even think I know the half of it. I don't even think I know the half of what's been done. And I'm starting to get a lot more info, but I think there's a hell of a lot that I do not know yet. And then there's a lot of stuff too that I do truly believe, like, God's informing me about. Whether you want to believe how that works or not, I guess we'll see. But those certain things, like, I keep to myself for the most part. Like, if I don't have any way to kind of back it up in any sort of way or anything like that, it's just coming right from me, then I kind of usually keep it to myself until I have something. But, yeah, I mean, it's holy shit. And then also, too, you gotta realize, like, with my exes and stuff, like, obviously, like, they know, like, a bunch of fucking people. See where that gets you. You know, they obviously manipulate the judicial system. Their family is a lawyer. You know, there's just a whole bunch of shit. That's not gonna work. That's all I'm gonna say on that. But that's how these people have been doing things. They, if you think about it, every single section of my life, there's been somebody in some sort of government, some sort of, you know, police station, you know, there's always been, you know, intelligence, naval intelligence. Like, I can only imagine what they found on me, that they probably already knew about me. So, and again, that, you know, brings me to, I can only imagine the things that have been said about me and the things that have been probably falsely doctored, like documents and stuff like that. I can only fucking imagine. That's what I'm getting based on everything I've been looking into. I know for a fact that I'm fine. I know that actually sometimes, guys, it's good to be looked at. A lot of the times what God does is he'll take what these devil energy people do, like, he'll take what they do and use it for your own benefit. So, like, say for example, like, they try to put you under a false investigation or something like that, right? And they make up all this bullshit about you, yada yada, and you're being looked at, right? Like, you know, your devices may be looked at, like your bank statements, like a bunch of different things. Like, you may be, like, fully investigated. Well, if you're actually not doing anything, and you know that, and you're just living your life and doing whatever, living the struggle, you're fine, right? So eventually that truth is going to come out, and the more that they investigate you, the better it is for your case, and the worse it is for them, because then their bullshit comes out. You know
know what I mean?